The General Failure podcast is now being calibrated for your listening pleasure.
Welcome to episode 184 of the General Failure Podcast for the week of June 19th, 2019, brought to you by RadioHaver.com. This week, we turn over a new leaf. Happy birthday to us, and what the fuck, Rook? I'm Dom, and I got with me TJ.
I remember that.
You get that reference.
Yes, I do.
And Lauren's with us this week.
Yeah.
Who's she?
That lady? You remember that lady?
No.
She was the one with the things.
I've never met anybody named Lauren.
I hope she doesn't have the things.
She got two of them, like Nightcrawler.
All right. Surprise
Gross.
weddings.
Yep. So, let's start off our episode like we always do.
Wait.
Yes, you have two dicks.
I gotta say
Congratulations.
something funny.
Okay.
I have to tell you a joke that I made today.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Just because TJ said surprise weddings. There was someone's last name was Hyman, and I said, that was my maiden name, and then I married Dom, and that's when I lost the Hyman.
It's one of those jokes that
Wow.
might have been funny had you said it.
Not taking 12 minutes.
said it goodly.
Yeah, if you said it goodly.
All right. Yes.
Nah, it's great.
Said
it was
goodly.
It was pretty funny.
Okay, so anyway, let's start off this episode with a little bit of what are you playing. So I've got a few things on the list here. First, I watched, actually Lauren watched with me, so I guess she can talk about it too, on Netflix, a show called Historical Roasts.
Yeah.
Can I guess what it is?
Yeah.
Sure.
Guess what it is, TJ?
It's you talk about historical events, but you shit all over them.
No, you're stupid.
Oh.
You know the show. You know how everybody likes the Great British Bake Off now?
Yeah, everyone's like,
Okay,
super
so-
into
I know where you're
bacon.
going with this.
So there's this one where the royal family hosts it, and they have contestants come on the show, and they have to follow historical recipes, and they all have to do a different type of roast. So it's like a pot roast or a pig roast or a roast
the English are
chicken.
very into roasts.
The Beef Wellington one.
Yep.
Yeah, and so, and then you have to decorate it with mashed potatoes as frosting.
That sounds so good.
Okay, first of all, I know, right?
Yeah, this joke is
and you
making
gotta
me
make it
hungry.
like look like a historical scene out of history, and then they're like historical roasts.
Yeah, so what the winner did was they made a Beef Wellington and they just splattered mashed potatoes all over it, and it was the Bill Clinton Monica Lewinsky scandal.
Actually, that's really gross. That's yucky.
So now you can guess what it is. What did you say?
Semen,
It was you're just like
Semen,
talking
yeah.
about
Simmons.
the historical events and shitting all
So
over them.
that's actually kind of close.
Okay.
So
I was for sure. I thought that was the real thing.
no, not even at all.
Was that like?
That sounded at all real.
Honestly,
mean-
the cooking shows that are on now, yes, it did.
You'd be shocked what they passed for. They had a fucking barbecue one on.
Yeah.
Food. I actually watched that
Actually-
shit out of that.
Didn't we
one.
watch that Spooky Eats show that was really terrible?
What the fuck
I don't
are
remember what
you
it wasn't
talking-
called Spooky Eats.
Oh,
yeah, see, you
with
remember
the
that.
girl where it was like scripted. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was weird.
It was really
but
bad.
love the
people were
scripted
like,
ones.
I
They're
so
love
bad.
it.
Terrible.
But I don't know. It was weird. There were puppets. But no, actually,
That's
the
what made it
idea
weird.
of having a cooking contest type show where you do have to follow, it's kind of like, you know, that show Nailed It, where they have
Yeah.
to basically follow like a Pinterest thing.
Yep.
But
It's all
following
Pinterest
like
fail, and it's called fuck.
no. But doing like historical, like following old recipe documents
and doing
because
it like
things.
their way.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Like-
make soda, 10 pounds of cocaine. All right.
No, I'm being serious. I'm not making a joke. That sounds like a cool idea.
No, I would.
You should
I would
pitch it
watch
to
it.
Netflix.
Well, because I watched someone one time follow like a 1700s or 1800s like hair tutorial that was like written down, and it's just like he couldn't even like read the English because the words just don't exist anymore. And he's like, what the fuck does this mean?
Like you can't use like ovens, you can't use like electric stirs and
I
stuff.
think like it's okay to like use other stuff, but like essentially, but to be able to follow it, I don't know. I just think it's I think that would be
without
fun.
Any of that electric stuff.
No,
like,
that would
throw it
take
all
way
at
too
it.
long.
Bacon,
You gotta
ye
still be
old
able to make it
crock
in
pot.
30
Contest
minutes.
on Food Network,
still
so they
gotta
can
make
throw
it
them
in
in the
30
middle of the
minutes.
woods and shit.
All
So
right.
anyway, what historical roast actually is it's Jeff Ross from the Comedy Central roasts, and they are Comedy Central roasts.
Oh, he's the guy that's still alive.
Yeah,
It's the other one.
Greg
that's dead.
Giraldo's dead.
He's dead.
Yeah, shockingly, Jeff Ross was not able to do this from the afterlife.
Yeah. So they're
Damn it.
Comedy
Sorry.
Central roasts, but of historical figures.
Oh, historical figures.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
so the first
I thought
ep-
it was like a drunk history kind of thing.
It kind of is. It's like a little bit of
Well,
it's like a
just
mix of drunk history with
explain
Comedy
it.
Central roasts.
Let him explain it.
The first episode was Abe Lincoln, and they have people playing these characters up on the
boy.
stage. So Bob Saget is Abe Lincoln sitting in the chair.
You know what? That's good casting.
Right. And John Stamos is John Wilkes Booth. And like they have all
Was
of
it a
the
full house?
Well, I
No,
mean,
they
kinda.
had somebody
They-
playing Harriet Tubman, and then somebody who played who's the third person?
I don't
Is that
remember.
black people in Full House?
They had somebody played. They
Nope.
did also have a special guest of someone playing Frederick Douglass, and I think fucking what's her name? His wife, Mary Todd Lincoln.
Oh yeah.
What's her name? That drunk bitch.
Oh, I don't know. She's from another period. That's what I know her from.
I was like, no, Dom. It was a character. She was playing Mary Todd Lincoln.
That lady playing Mary Todd Lincoln was the character
Yes,
from another
yes.
period. So anyway,
but she's friends with Ricky and what's her name?
yeah, I don't know who this character. I don't know her, the actress. So you're not gonna remind me of who she
But
is
that's how
by
he-
telling me where you know her from.
But you always know.
I don't this time. So anyway, the first episode was Abe Lincoln, and it's basically just roasting Abe Lincoln.
Yeah.
And it's exactly like a Comedy Central roast, but just centered around those historical figures.
Yeah.
And the first episode was pretty funny.
Oh, I laughed a lot.
I enjoyed it.
So did the Trump one get like too real?
There wasn't
There's
a
no
Trump
Trump
one.
one.
like. Well,
There-
when they did the original Comedy Central roast, did that one get like too
Oh,
real?
probably.
And they look back. And
Probably.
they were like, we can't do these
Uh-oh,
anymore.
Yeah. So there's 6 episodes, and each of them are a little bit different. They're not necessarily all historical figures. I think the second episode might have been Freddie Mercury.
I don't. That is a historical
I would
figure at
say
this
it's a
point.
historical
I
figure.
guess so.
Yeah. I mean, it's very
It's
recent,
been like
but
no, it's been like 50 years.
no, he died
It's
in
been
the
like
80s.
40 years.
I was born in the 80s,
It's been like 30 years.
as was this guy over here.
It's been like
Born
30
in
years.
the 80s.
Yes.
He died in the 80s.
Right, so that was
Yes.
30 years
That was
ago.
30 years
Regardless
ago.
of if someone was born or dead, it's 30
Yeah,
years
but
ago.
his career was like whatever.
Yeah, his career was in the 70s and stuff, so that
Yeah.
was 40 years ago.
70s
Anyway,
and 80s. So like 35, 40 years. Look, we're all right. Okay, stop fucking getting on my asshole on this.
so they had
God,
Seth
2019.
Green playing David Bowie.
that was great.
They had what the hell is her name? Nikki.
Minaj?
Some skinny
Not Nicki
white
Minaj.
bitch
I
played
forgot-
Kurt Cobain.
Nikki somebody played Kurt Cobain. So fucking funny.
Nikki Sticks?
Yep. No, it was a woman.
No, who's
Nikki
the,
Sixx is a man.
who is the third person?
I don't remember who the third person. I can't just go rattle off every character from
I don't know.
every
You have
episode.
such a good memory for like people.
And that was really fucking funny. Especially they made a ton of Kurt Cobain jokes,
Oh, yeah.
and they were
I liked-
fucking hilarious.
They made a lot of jokes about Freddie Mercury's teeth.
They did. He looked
Yeah.
his horse teeth. Of course they did.
yeah.
I don't.
He had a huge
I couldn't-
gap.
I know what Freddie Mercury looks like, but like
That
if
guy,
I saw him on the street, if I if he was like a lot, like you know what I'm saying. If I
Alive
saw
and
him on the
not, like,
street,
knee-deep
I
in
wouldn't
dick.
know who he was. I wouldn't be able to pick him out of a lineup.
that guy that played him looked like him, plus like 40 pounds.
Yeah.
Way too heavy to play Freddie Mercury, but that's what he looked like. He had giant fucking horse teeth.
Yeah, he had huge
Terrifying.
teeth and like a big gap.
They were
in their
just
teeth.
big teeth.
They were just big teeth.
Oh, I thought he had like jacked up, like nasty
No,
teeth.
they
or
were
something.
actually straight and white. They were just really big.
Didn't he
See,
have a
that's
gap?
what I was like. I
He had
don't
a
think
gap
he
in his
had
teeth,
bad.
didn't he?
I
in
don't
the
think.
front?
No, I don't think so.
I think
I think he did.
Well, we'll look it up later.
I think that's why they were like, oh, that's a thing. Like if you have a gap in your tooth, it helps you
Mm-hmm.
sing. Actually,
Yeah. So
Oh, that must be why I'm so good.
Yep. So the third episode was Anne Frank.
Oh no.
That was the best
And let
one.
me tell you,
Oh no.
that was one of the fucking funniest things I have ever seen in my life. And I want to play a little bit of a game with you. Obviously, Hitler was there.
Of course.
I want you to just take a wild guess as to who played Hitler.
Oh no.
Now, we will note that everybody in this roast, they were all Jews.
Yeah, in that episode, every single person there was Jewish.
Well, they
I
gotta
mean,
make
it's
sure.
also like comedy in Hollywood. They're
God.
all Jews anyway.
I mean, they made that joke so many times.
Oh, I don't know any Jewish actors, but
Who would be the worst
do
person
you
to
know
play
any
Hitler?
actors? They're
I don't.
He does.
Then you
And
know
I know he
Jewish
knows,
actors.
And I know he knows this person.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Who's the worst person that could ever play Hitler?
What do you mean? It was the best person to ever play Hitler.
oh, both. For your soul, it was bad, but for comedy,
No,
it
for
was
my
good.
soul, it was great.
I don't know. I'm bad with actors. I don't think I could guess.
I think you could.
Shit. I don't know.
Can I say?
I'm bad.
I'm gonna
at
play him a
actors.
clip of this person.
Oh god.
Oh, okay. Are you gonna play the one I hope you're gonna play?
No, because it starts off with not him.
Oh.
Oh boy.
So let's see if this just starts off with his voice. Oh no, I don't want to answer an ad. Go
Why
away.
do you not? Why aren't you logged into mine? I don't have ads.
Why would I be logged into yours?
My YouTube?
You know, I read
Oh my
somewhere
god, Gilbert
that
Godfrey.
Hitler had a grandson who was a convicted child molester.
Yeah, Gilbert
Same
Godfrey.
guy that did 50 Shades of Grey.
Yep, that's the video
was-
that I was gonna play, but that
it
starts
was-
off with a big introduction.
Holy shit.
It was
he played
so
Hitler?
awesome.
He played Hitler.
It was
Oh my
so
God.
good.
That is the greatest
It
thing.
was
I've
it was
ever
fucking incredible. The way
Yeah.
that he walked, he like shuffled around like an idiot.
Like a
And
really
He's also
old, like
gotta
an
be
old person.
old, too,
he's
right?
so small.
But he's always been
He's
small.
been tiny, but he's also
Yeah.
getting really old.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
gotta be
He's in
like,
his 70s or something.
I think
Yeah.
the thing that gets me the most about Gilbert Gottfried is that when you
curious.
like crack the glass on that is not his real voice.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah, no.
still
That
like
ruined your
not
life.
I'm not okay with that, and I feel betrayed. I feel lied to. It's like I had a spouse that cheated on me and then slapped me with another the man that they were sleeping with.
He's
dick.
64.
That's actually
he's
not
not that
that
old.
That's not as bad,
just-
but still.
Just based
Actually,
off
that
of, like,
sounds about right.
the movies and stuff he's done, like Problem Child. I just
Yeah.
felt like he would have been older. Like I thought he was
What's
in his
Problem Child?
All right. Anyway, this was one of the fucking
I
funniest.
I don't know the
what
movie,
that
but
is.
it's fine for me.
You don't know Problem Child?
I don't
No.
think so.
What fucking decade did either of you grow up in?
The 90s?
Exactly.
The
Problem
late
Child is a
80s?
staple of all of our childhoods.
No,
right,
I think I've made it pretty clear that The Mighty Ducks is the only movie I've
Whatever.
ever seen.
I don't see movies, period. So you're at SOL, sir. You're with the wrong group
This
currently.
is awful. Problem Child. I fucking cannot
It
believe that
sounds
neither of you-
familiar, but I
God.
don't. Was that a Jim Carrey movie?
No, it was John Ritter. I know you don't know who John Ritter is either.
Why wouldn't I know who John Ritter is?
Because you've never seen Problem Child, and if you haven't seen Problem Child,
I've seen Three's Company.
okay. We're done here.
I put problem chili in and got completely different results.
Oh,
You're
I've
gonna-
had some problem
You're
with
gonna
chili.
talk at me because you've seen Three's Company, but you
I've
haven't seen
never
Problem
seen
Child.
This movie.
What the fuck is wrong with you
Oh, there is
two?
Gilbert
Looking at
Gottfried.
this poster, I've never seen this
Holy
I've
before.
shit.
never seen this
There-
poster
oh my
either.
God.
I've heard of it. I've
Is this
definitely
like
heard
Dennis
of
the
it, but
Menace?
like I don't know what
Oh,
this
hey,
is.
it's that racist guy from Seinfeld.
Yeah, Michael Richards. It's Dennis
what
the
a shame.
Menace, but if Dennis the Menace was really, really, really evil, like he's a fucking
shit,
asshole. He's not just. Yeah, John Ritter.
John Ritter. Oh, man.
He just said it.
I wasn't listening. I was too shocked
Yeah,
with.
it's like if Dennis the
how
Menace
young
was a
guy-
really big piece of shit. That kid is a fucking
Isn't
douchebag.
he a piece of shit anyway? I mean, he just fucks with an old man next door.
That's true. So anyway, I don't remember what the
got
fuck we're
off
talking about.
track.
We really got
We were
off track.
talking about Gilbert Gottfried.
Gilbert Gottfried was fucking amazing as Hitler. That whole episode was incredible.
That's
Yeah.
a sentence I doubt you would ever think you would say.
Yup.
What's that? Rami Malek? Malik?
Malik?
Rami.
Yes.
Rami
Okay,
He's
what about
in
him?
it.
When?
Wait. You know, I said his name, but you know what's really, you're going to hate me when I say who I was actually talking about, but my brain replaced with him.
Were you thinking of Jeff Ross?
No. I was thinking, I don't even want to fucking
You
say
have
it
to
now.
now.
Yeah, now you have to.
my brain did a goof and like swapped out their fucking faces for some reason, but it's actually I was thinking of Julia White.
So anyway, well, it's interesting because Remy Malik played
That's why
Freddie
I got
Mercury
him in my
in
brain.
the movie.
That's why I got him in
but
my
that had
brain.
nothing to do with this. Yeah, Jaleel
No.
White was in 2 episodes
Do
actually.
you know who that is?
I have no idea.
Urkel.
Urkel.
Oh shit!
He played Nelson Mandela in the I think it
That
was
was
Martin Luther
fucking
King
awesome.
episode.
He's like one of the only nerds out of 90 shows that hasn't tried to stab someone.
Yeah,
yet.
pretty much him and Will Wheaton.
Yeah.
Those are the only
Yeah.
2.
Did Dustin Diamond try to stab
Yeah,
someone?
he tried to
Yes.
stab somebody in a bar.
Oh, I didn't
on,
know he
like,
tried to stab
Christmas.
someone. I did see.
His porno.
I did see it
Yeah.
when I was in high school.
100% fake, by the way.
What do you mean?
It was all
It
scripted
wasn't-
and shit.
Yeah, he doesn't,
Oh,
he
I
doesn't
thought you
actually have a
meant-
penis.
You meant that it was a prop penis.
Could have been.
So
What do you mean? They put a fake penis, a fake small penis on him.
yeah, Jaleel White played Nelson Mandela in the Martin Luther King episode, which is probably the second best episode.
That was-
and then he played
Except for Obama's wig.
Yeah, Obama's wig was horrible. He also played Muhammad Ali. There was a
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali episode.
Okay.
He did a really good job at Muhammad Ali. Nelson Mandela was fine.
It was hilarious.
It was funny, but he did a really, really good job at Muhammad Ali. And the lead singer from Queens of the Stone Age, Josh Homme, played.
Oh, shit,
He played
yeah.
Elvis.
Oh, yeah.
Like the whole time I'm looking at him,
He's
I'm like,
pretty awesome, dude.
yeah, I'm like, who the fuck is that? And then they're like, oh, Josh Homme as Elvis, and I was like, that's who that was.
Shit. Yeah, he's pretty
I
a
know me.
fun dude. I've heard him on podcasts and stuff. He's a pretty nice dude.
Yeah.
That's
So-
a guy I would like to hang out with.
This
Yeah.
is only like 6 episodes. It's on Netflix.
We binged it all like in
We just binged. We were playing games, sitting up here, and just watching it on Netflix.
many-
Like,
How long are the episodes?
it's like 20,
half an hour.
25 minutes.
yeah,
Yeah,
not
25
bad.
2.5 hour.
exactly. So it basically takes you like 2.5 hours. It's like watching
Yeah.
a Marvel movie, but of that.
Yeah.
Of
it's-
the
it's-
most fucked up shit in the world.
Yeah, it's well worth doing. It's not gonna get a second season. I can tell you that.
Really?
right
You
now.
think?
Definitely. It's just that's the type of humor that's really funny.
I mean,
but does not have mass appeal.
really? You think? Because Drunk History has like 10 seasons now.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Because it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
and
it's
but
funny,
also, I
but-
don't know who's still watching it.
That's what I mean.
But
like,
it's a great show.
it was a funny novelty.
It's a great show. I learned a lot.
Drunk History or
Yeah.
Disney
I
show?
learned a lot from Drunk History.
So
because they actually go over the historical spots.
exactly.
It
Yeah.
just gets rougher around the edges as
But-
the episode goes on.
Yeah. It's really, really funny. And
What's the name of it? It's
Historical
Drunk-
roasts.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, Drunk History.
Drunk
Drunk
History.
History.
It's on
Somebody's fucking
Hulu.
drunk anyway.
So if you like historical roast, go listen to Drunk History. And if
Exactly.
you like Drunk History, go listen to or
Historical.
watch historical roast.
Yep. All right, move on. TJ, what are you playing?
So me and Dom played some Rainbow Six Siege.
Hell yeah.
I think I talked about this game.
I'm
God,
already
when it
bored of
came
this.
out
This is not my kind of game.
4 years ago.
Is this the game? Wait, is this the game where you had to ban children?
We didn't ban children.
Yeah, you
They're
did. You
just
were like,
all
this
assholes.
this is 18 and up only. We're going to be talking about our wieners while we play Rainbow Six because it's a gay game.
Yep.
Sorry, it's a game.
Yep. That's exactly how the conversation went.
And you and TJ were like, only
So anyway,
18
TJ,
and up
There
continue.
is
here.
a subreddit called Gamers. By the way.
Nice. That's actually that makes me really happy.
It is. It's something else. So Rainbow Six Siege,
I gotta
never
join
played
that.
it. It is one of the biggest shooters for tournament play right now. It's a Rainbow Six game. They've been around
Sperm
for
shooters.
It's been around for 25 years.
Oh, Rainbow Six? Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I think the first one was on like a PS1.
Yeah, it was
Isn't
on
that like-
N64 is what I played it on.
Isn't that a Tom Clancy book?
It is.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
It's all
is, this is
Tom
Tom
Clancy.
Clancy Rainbow Six.
I'm
Yep.
so fucking smart.
Tom Clancy does actually. He puts his name to a lot of games that Ubisoft makes.
Oh, man.
Ubisoft basically
I
is
might
just
as well
a
just
Tom
get up and
Clancy
leave.
machine.
Yeah, more or less. And they just strap his name to everything.
Between Rainbow Six, The Division,
Yep.
Ghost Recon,
I-
Splinter
you-
Cell.
You said the Division, and I wholeheartedly thought you were going to say the Da Vinci Code.
Yeah, the Da Vinci Code.
Da Vinci Code.
I was like,
Da Vinci
Brown.
Code video
What?
game.
Code.
Dan
That'd
Brown's
be-
The
yeah.
Da Vinci Code by Tom Clancy.
That'd be a totally different book.
Probably be good.
I'd read it. I'd watch the movie.
So yeah, Tom Clancy and Ubisoft are just like one and the same at this
Yeah,
point.
more or less. He's dead, right?
Tom Clancy, yeah, he died a few years ago.
Yeah. That's sad. Anyway, so
guess.
this is a huge game. It's been out for 4 years,
4 years, I
4
think.
years, 5 years.
Yep.
And we played a few terrorist hunt games, which is you have a team of 5, you go in, clear a room, clear a house of terrorists, or
Which terrorist organization is it?
it doesn't really
Yeah.
say.
It's just generic terrorists.
It's
They
like
even
someone
have
who takes
Generic brown.
no. They even have helmets and masks.
Oh, you don't
They're-
even know
you don't
what
even know
skin
what
color
race-
they
yeah.
are.
you have to shoot them.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah, it is
That
nice.
actually makes me happy.
And you're not just like U.S.
I
soldiers.
hope they're white.
You're a bunch of different. You know, you can be
They have
U.S. armies. You can be like Russian. I think they have Spetsnaz. They have like
Yeah.
a bunch of different.
I
They're
hope that
small
you're
here.
killing white terrorists.
Only white
White
terrorists.
American
There
terrorists.
is like a place that is like a white picket fence house, and I'm just like.
Let's go kill this family in here.
So anyway, you can
Well,
do bomb
little Timmy's
diffusions.
probably building a pipe bomb.
That's
so.
true.
Sure. You can do bomb diffusions. You can do hostage rescues and stuff like that,
Or just guard the
You can do the other side where you protect the hostage from terrorists and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great
Just
game.
kill
I love
them.
it.
Yep.
The
But
terrorists,
sometimes
the
that
terrorists
works.
can't kill them if you've already done it.
True.
Seen it, seen it in game.
So we streamed this for about I don't know like 3 hours
Yeah,
almost
we did pretty-
on Saturday night. It was quite a while. But it was our first in our many streams this summer because we partnered with extralife.org and we are streaming all summer for donations to the benefit of Maria Ferreri Children's Hospital in I think it's in Valhalla, New York or Harrison.
Yes,
It's in Westchester
the same
County, New
place
York.
where the X-Men live.
It is. They live at the hospital. That wasn't a mansion. That wasn't a school. It was just a bunch of
Oh
sick
my
kids.
God.
It was just they're all getting radiation treatments from all the fucking goo they like try to stick themselves in to get powers.
So we're gonna be streaming all summer long for the
Minecraft.
benefit, and
Minecraft.
we are gonna be streaming Minecraft at some point.
The Sims. The Sims.
If you want to, go ahead.
I always want to stream the
Exactly.
Sims.
Stream
So
Sims.
go ahead.
You gotta talk while you do it though.
Yep.
That's fine. I
It's
talk
gonna be
all the
interesting.
time.
Yeah. So if you're interested in donating to sick kids, you can either find a link to Extra Life on our Twitch page while we're streaming. It'll be there as well. Or you can go to extralife.org and you can look for us, or I think you can go to extralife.org/participant/general failure podcast and
That
you can
might
find
work.
us that way, maybe.
Or just put in Extra Life and General Failure Podcast
Yep,
in
and I'm
your
sure it'll
favorite
come up.
search browser.
Maybe you should have written down these links.
We were close enough.
People can find them.
Okay.
They have Google for a reason.
Just go to our Facebook. I've posted links. I've posted them on Twitter.
Or watch us live. Or
Enter it
go
into the Google.
Yep.
Yep.
So
Google.
we had some.
How do I donate to Extra Life or General Failure Podcast?
So we
Question
had some,
mark.
question mark. So we had some interesting and funny
Enter.
things. I posted them on Facebook because they were too funny not to.
Yes.
There was the one time where the guy is rappelling and trying to get into the window, and I don't know who killed him. We all shot him. He died, and he just went limp on the on the line, and his feet are just dangling there in front of the window.
on your screen, it was only one. For me, it was both windows.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, for me, it was both windows, and you just see legs dangling outside
yeah.
the
I just
window.
saw it from the window, and like it's funny, and I wanted to keep looking at it, but I had to barricade the window real quick so no everybody else got in.
And then I shot openings in the window, and all I saw was the
The
feet.
feet there. That was great, and the other one that was great
When I
was
trolled the shit out
yeah,
of the guy.
we're playing it was a protect the hostage. So
yeah.
you have 5 waves of terrorists coming to get you, and it was the entire time from like round 2. We were like, the guy made a hole in the wall so he could get around the house faster and protect more windows. And TJ's like, I'm gonna lock him in there. So we're like, all right, fuck it, last round, lock his ass in there. So he goes in at the end of round 4 to start round 5, and TJ just puts up an unbreakable barricade in front of it, and immediately the guy, TJ's character was named Rook, and immediately the guy's just like, what the fuck, Rook? And then TJ's dancing in front of the window. He's like, you know what, fuck you, you don't get any healing anymore.
I died when because it timed so perfectly.
It was great.
Because I put it up and then went to the window, and he turned around and just stared at the barricade. I went on him.
That was so good.
It's a great game if you ever have a chance, or if you ever like first-person shooters and like playing as a team. You can do this against just AI, or you can play as 5 versus 5, and you switch sides, being terrorist and non-terrorist.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. There is a lot of microtransactions with the game.
Yeah, there
which
is.
can be a pain in the ass. and trying to unlock characters in the game also.
Takes a long ass time.
Yeah, it does. So if you want to play with just the normal characters, and it's also usually on sale too.
It was $12, I think, for
Yeah.
the full thing.
And
So
you
it
got
was
like a weird pack. You got a bunch of characters I don't have.
Yeah,
and
I
have
got-
a bunch of characters you don't have.
Yeah, I got a weird pack, and then it also came with like an extra like Ultra HD texture pack, which was like 31 gigs. And
Yeah, that
it's-
was like a 100 gig game.
Yeah,
so
it sure didn't look
unless
like
you
it did
have
anything.
Dom's fucking internet of 100 gigs.
It took me 32 minutes to
Fucking
download
asshole. That
100
would take me
gig
like
game.
4 hours. You fuck.
But how long does it still take to upload anything?
Oh, it's a lot quicker to upload things now.
Oh, is it?
Oh, yeah. Our
But
upload,
it still probably doesn't match the same.
no, it's not even close. But my upload speed went from 7 megs a second to like 30, so it's about 6 times faster.
That's not bad.
So,
It's still
That's actually
sucks
only like
compared to
4
your
times,
download.
4 point a little bit faster.
yeah, something like that.
So if you want to have some fun times, go play Rainbow Six Siege.
Yup. All right, Lauren, what are you playing?
I started playing Animal Crossing finally.
Woo!
Which one is this?
I'm playing the only one that most people play nowadays, which is Animal Crossing New Leaf. So I have like a lot of stuff here about Animal Crossing to talk about because I wanted to learn more about the game because I really started playing it like literally 2 days ago.
Okay.
And
Is this your first Animal Crossing game?
yes, I've never
Okay.
played it before.
Woof.
Playing it.
That's
Why?
just like, no, Animal Crossing's been out for a long time. So
I
it's
know.
like-
I
I've never
jump
played
in.
it either.
Like
Oh,
I
you haven't?
literally just bought it this week. And this
It's like a shittier Stardew Valley.
Right.
It's what
This
Stardew Valley's
game-
based off of.
this game came out in 2012.
12.
Damn.
I know.
You're a little bit behind.
So
There's not newer ones?
No, there's a new one that's been announced for the Switch. I just got announced at E3.
Yeah. There's
But-
not a new one compared
No,
to
I think
that?
New Leaf is the newest one out.
Oh,
Well,
shit.
well, if you wait, I'll tell you about it.
Touche.
So, it's described as a social simulation video game, and it's by Nintendo. It was created by Katsuya Eguchi. I don't know how to say that. I'm so sorry.
Gucci. Gotcha.
Gucci.
And you play as someone in a little village that you move into, and it's inhabited by a bunch of anthropomorphic characters.
Are you also an anthropomorphic
No,
character?
you are a
you're just the
human.
one weird human in
You
the
are
town?
a human.
human.
And in New Leaf, you move into this town and you become the mayor of it. And
Wow.
actually,
So you
what's
move in
funny-
a town full of animals, and you're a human. You just become the mayor.
well, what's funny is you get there and they're like, "Oh, you must be the new mayor," and you can either answer and be like, "Yeah, that's me," or you can be like, "No, you're
Not
confused." And
me.
I answered like, "No, like what are you talking about?" And then I got a letter in the mail that was said like from the actual person who was supposed to arrive and be the mayor. And that I guess they just
died.
didn't show. They were like, "Nah, never mind, son."
Not
and
me, I
so
don't
they're
want the
like,
job.
"Good luck." So you actually,
so
they,
you get it either
so
or.
they were expecting a new mayor, and you are the
A
person who
competent
showed
mayor.
up.
So
So what happens if you say yes? Does that guy
I
still
don't-
not show up? Or does he
I-
just show up and go, someone's
No,
got the
they're
job
probably
already,
like,
I'm off.
"Oh, great! Like we were expecting you this whole time." Blah blah. I don't know, but anyway, So the first Animal Crossing was. Oh, I'm sorry. There's 4 different Animal Crossing games that have been released.
It's only 4? Damn.
They've
4
each-
main ones.
Oh, yeah. There's probably ones for...
There's a couple mobile games.
Yep.
Sorry, Lauren's probably going to talk about all this.
I am. I have all of this. They've been released on the Nintendo 64, the Nintendo DS, the Wii, and the 3DS. And now the newest one that they just announced at E3 or whenever is scheduled to come out for the Switch in 2020.
They
And
drop 3DS like a fucking brick out of a window.
yeah. And in total, they've sold over 30 million units worldwide.
That's not bad.
And the 3 spin-off games have been released as well, and they have some mobile ones also. Okay.
So I don't think the N64 one ever came out in America.
Was it just the
It
Japanese
was, I think
release?
it came just out in Japan, and then All right.
Well, I will tell you about
All
it.
right. Sorry. Go ahead.
Everyone keeps interrupting me, but I'm going to tell you about it. So, so I started playing it. One thing that I noticed is really unique about this game is that it plays in real time. Which, so this game...
Which, if you've played Stardew Valley, is kind of weird, because...
Yes, because you can just go to bed and be like, okay, next day. When I'm done doing things,
Peace, I'm
okay, go to
done.
bed next day. And that's actually one thing that so far that I don't like about this game is
Yeah,
that it
it's
plays in
very
real time.
slow.
Because I'm like, all right, I guess I'm like, when you're like done doing things, I'm like, okay, I guess I'll play tomorrow.
It's
even
4
though
in
I'm
the
like
afternoon.
hanging out, wanting to play this game a bit. But
I'm done now.
but it goes along with the seasons that you're currently in. It goes along with the time of day that you're in, all this stuff.
Which it probably goes by the internal clock of the system.
It does,
So
exactly.
You could
Yeah.
probably just change that bitch.
You can actually
True,
do
but
that.
like that's
Cheat the game.
ridiculous.
Yeah, and
But so and it's all you do is basically you move into this town, you have a home that's being built from you, and you have to pay for your home, and you basically are going to be working to build up the town essentially.
Okay.
And
So
create
slumlord it up. Gotcha.
so essentially yes, it is like Stardew Valley. And
Except like in Stardew Valley, you just have your little shit box, where with Animal Crossing, you have the whole fucking town to play with.
one thing that I think is interesting about it also is that like the way that you interact with people that live in your town can cause either for people to move out of your town, or if you're like really good with them, more people will move into your town.
I like that part.
I think
where
that's interesting. Like the way that
characters can
you,
change.
the way that you actually interact with them does affect the the population of your town.
Which, if you find like assholes, you can just be like, get out of the town.
Exactly. So, the first game that was ever released is just called Animal Crossing. It was originally only released in Japan for the Nintendo 64 in 2001, and then it was enhanced and released on the GameCube that same year. And
That's so
that
weird.
version was localized and released in North America in 2002.
That's weird that they made the game for N64, made the game again for the GameCube
Yeah.
in the same year, and then
I
the
think they
next
j-
year after they sent it out to
yeah, I
North
think they just
America.
ported it over to the GameCube. I don't know why they would do that because the GameCube was out in 2001.
I guess
So
it's
like,
like if you make a 360 game, you port it got a
yeah,
version of it.
It's
in the
probably
Xbox One.
different just for the fact of like that generation. Like N64 was cartridge based, so you couldn't just like make it for both systems like
Yeah.
they do now.
Yeah, that's true.
The other thing that I thought that they said that I don't really know what this is, and maybe you guys do, says that it was also ported to the IQ player. IQUE. I don't know what that is.
The IQ player was, I think it might have been, I think it might have been in China or might have been in Europe somewhere. It was.
It does say China for the IQ player.
Okay, so it was like
yeah.
basically China banned video games at some point
More or
or
less.
something like
Okay.
that.
It was China
So-
doesn't have copyright laws,
Yeah. So
do whatever.
Well, Nintendo essentially made this another console called the IQ player that I think it wasn't a console, it was like a computer. So you bought it and you just downloaded the games and played them. You like download them from just online. I think that's what the IQ was, if I remember correctly, but obviously I'm not Chinese.
That was in 2006 at that time.
Yeah.
So that makes a lot
That
more.
makes
That
sense.
makes more sense.
Yeah.
So then next, so that was 2001, 2002. In 2005, they released their second game, which was Animal Crossing Wild World, which came
That one I
out
don't
for
remember.
I don't remember that
that
either.
came out for Nintendo DS November 2005 and December 2005
probably
in
a
Japan
release
and North
title or
America, respectively. It was the first game in the series to use the Nintendo Wi-Fi connection.
Which was fucking shitty.
And then it was later in 2016, this game was actually re-released on the Wii U Virtual Console. The third game,
Wow, is the Wii U that old?
yes.
Fuck.
Well,
the Wii U came out in 2012, yeah.
then in 2008, so this is only 3 years later, they came out with Animal Crossing City Folk, which was also known as Animal Crossing Let's Go to the City in Europe and Oceania. It came out on the Wii in North America in November of 2008, and in Japan just a few weeks later. and it was the first Wii game to utilize the Wii Speak, which allowed players to talk to each other during online gameplay.
That was a thing?
Apparently.
I don't remember that in the slightest. I
So
don't think I ever used that functionality in the
Wait,
slightest.
Wii Speak or on the Wii U?
Wii Speak
It was on the Wii though, or on the Wii U?
on the Wii.
Okay.
This is 2008.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I remember that or not.
Ever used that?
I remember it
didn't
on
think
the
they had
Wii
a
U.
speech thing.
I don't
Yeah, I don't
I don't know. So they came out with these 3 games between 2001 to 2008, and then just 4 years later in 2012 they came out with Animal Crossing New Leaf, which was announced in 2010 at E3. That came out in November 2012, actually in Japan, and it didn't come out in North America until June of 2013.
Yeah, it's usually the dubbing.
Well, before that, they were all the middle 2 games were within the same few weeks of each other in Japan and North America. So
yeah, it's weird how they port to try to get stuff out of Japan is a fucking pain
I've
in
even
the
seen,
ass.
but there's some games now that come out in North America first,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then come out in Japan.
It
Which is
depends
weird.
on what console.
well, that's what happened with one of these. The third one, City Folk, came out in North America November 16th, and then Japan November 20th. But and then for New Leaf in November of 2016, they released an updated version of the game called Welcome Amiibo, which is actually what I have because you cannot buy regular New Leaf anymore.
Yep.
Oh, is it like a
which is fine.
updated
It's
version?
the same fucking
It's
game.
so-
I think it just has amiibo support.
Yeah, so New Leaf eventually got just an update. It was a free DLC update that enabled amiibo support.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So, and then I guess it added new locations, items, and activities. And then the new game, Animal Crossing New Horizons, is set to be released in 2020 for the Switch.
I don't believe it.
And it's set on a deserted island. And that's what we know right now.
A desert island.
Yes.
Desert Island.
Ooh, let's go there after the podcast.
That sounds delicious.
So there's been a few spin-off games. There was Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer, which came out in 2015 for the 3DS, which was another simulation game where I guess you just design houses
So it's
or
The
homes.
Sims?
Yeah, interior design or whatever. Actually, and I'll talk about that later. And then there was Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, also in 2015, which was a party game for the Wii U. And then Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, which came out in 2017, which was a mobile game. And
I remember that when that was released.
Yeah.
I downloaded it, never played it. There have
Nice.
been other apps, Animal Crossing Plaza, Animal Crossing Clock, Animal Crossing Calculator.
Wait. Oh, clock. I thought you said clock.
No, Clock.
Oh, it's the
CLOCK.
It's the chicken
And
version.
these are
Gotcha.
these
Everything's
are
a chicken.
mostly these aren't for like your phone. These are for like the DS and for the Wii U.
Gotcha.
So they said that these games, Animal Crossing is some of the best-selling games for their respective consoles of all time. Again, selling over 30 million copies combined.
I have to imagine that on DS, the only things that would have outsold to DS and 3DS, the only thing that would have outsold Animal Crossing would be like, are you going to say what's outsold it?
No.
Okay, I don't want to take that thunder from you. I would have to imagine it would just be like
No,
Pokemon.
I don't have that, sorry.
Like Pokemon,
Pokemon, yeah.
and New Super Mario Brothers. And that's
Probably.
probably
and
it.
that dog game. Like
Oh, Nintendogs?
Nintendogs.
Yeah.
That probably outsold that.
That's
I
true.
almost bought Nintendogs the other day.
I figured you would.
New Leaf on
That
its
thing's gotta
own.
look like shit now.
I'm
Though.
sure
That was
it
a
does.
release title.
I don't know when this is from, but it says New Leaf when these numbers were collected had sold 12.21 million copies.
That's a lot. Shit.
Which is their highest selling game. They also noted that female 50% or 56% of people who pre-ordered Animal Crossing New Leaf were female. Many of them purchased the 3DS specifically for that game.
I know.
And-
I know some people that.
It's
Yeah.
a console seller
And
for sure.
a lot of the success of the game is attributed to adult women between the ages of 19 to 24.
It's kind of like it's like Minecraft where you can just kind of like just check
just
out
mosey on.
and play the
Yeah.
game.
Yep.
And
Which
so,
is nice.
and one thing that's cool about this is obviously we've seen a lot of crossover from Animal Crossing to other games like Super Smash Brothers. We had the Villager in it, and now Isabelle is now in the game also. And we also see the Villagers and Isabelle in Mario Kart 8.
that's
as
right, yeah.
DLC,
Oh,
and there is a specific Animal Crossing racetrack as well.
The Animal Crossing racetrack is cool because there's 4 different
Trees
seasons.
fall on you?
Well, there's 4 different seasons, just like the game.
Yeah.
So whenever you load up, you might get summer, you might get spring, you might get fall, you might get winter,
cool.
and it's the same track, but it's a little bit different based
I'm
off the
pretty
season.
sure it's actually based on what time of year it is for you.
No, it's not.
Because that's been my
That
experience.
would be weird.
No, I bet you if I played it like 5 times right now, I would get different ones.
Only one way to find out.
Yep.
So that's everything that I have on that. So I am enjoying it so far. When I moved into my house, this is also something I didn't know. It's like everyone talks about like how much. I'm sorry, no, I'm going on for a long time about this, but I wanted to be thorough, and I
magic
thought
of
it was.
editing.
I found it interesting. When you move into a house, you get you have to give like a 10,000 bell down payment, which is what they use as currency or bells. And
God, that would suck to keep in your pockets.
Yep.
and then after that, you still owe 39,800 bells. So your
You bought a
house
house for
costs 50,800 bells. And you just pay it as you go. You basically like upload into an ATM as you collect shit and sell it. And I'm down to it
this
goes
place
by
is
really
like-
fast though. I'm already down to I only owe 24,000 bells right now.
So this house is located somewhere in South Dakota for
Clearly.
the price that you're paying
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah. What's
It's
what's the bell to US
Well,
dollar
let's be
exchange
clear.
rate?
Let's be clear here.
$5 there's a currency converter.
I'm sure there is.
It's one room, and it's
Oh.
smaller than the room we're in.
Right.
Oh.
So
That's all we're getting.
in this area, a one room that's smaller than the room we're in is probably about 250,000 bells.
Bells? Yeah, probably.
Yep.
Dollars? I don't know.
Now if they're gold bells, that's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
But I'll have to report back with how it's going. The other thing, this is so quick. I'm going to talk about it so quick. I'm so sorry. I am also playing The Sims, and
Oh, no.
Shocker.
what's today's date? It's
June 19th.
It's June 19th. On June 21st, The Sims is finally dropping their Island Paradise, I think it's called, expansion pack. And there's going to be mermaids. There's going to be dolphins. There's going to be just beach life. And you can build over water. That's really exciting. I'm really excited about this. And they also released some DLC, or some free DLC, which was Pride content. Actually, it wasn't DLC. They did a patch,
update,
and you got some fun. They put in like Pride flags with
Nice.
all different kinds of ones, and
cool.
that made me really excited. And it was awesome. And The Sims is really great. Sims 4 is great still. Everyone should get it because it's like free right now.
Side note, on the Animal Crossing forum, there's a guy who did about 8 pages worth of math, and it comes out to 57 bells per dollar.
57 bells.
So
That's a cheap ass
that's
house.
a cheap ass
That's
fucking
cheap
house.
ass house.
I'd buy that house.
Yeah, me too. I also wanted to put a side note because you were mentioning how well Animal Crossing was
you were
selling.
talking about The
As of today, Mortal Kombat 11 is the best-selling game of 2019.
Fuck.
It
really?
it has been the best-selling game on every console month after month.
That came
since
out
it-
this year.
Yeah, it came out like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Like-
Sure, why not?
Like 3
I don't
months
know.
ago, and it was the best-selling at one point. I think through the month of either April or May, it was the best-selling game.
Hold on, let me look up the Sims sales records.
So it was the best-selling game on every platform: on Xbox, on PS4, on PC.
Oh wow, that's shocking.
yeah, and on
Because I
Switch.
can see it being the best seller because it does hit every platform.
Right, but
Unlike
it was
a lot of games
But it
right
was the
now.
best-selling game for each of those platforms.
I
And
mean,
that's fucking
it's-
crazy.
It's done. It's a good.
Oh, it's
solid
phenomenal.
game.
I think it's great.
And it's one that people just go back to.
Yeah. Well, Mortal Kombat's the game that, like, even through the bad years, it was still fun to play.
Yeah.
But then once it got good again, it was like, okay, this is good. And, like, usually after 10 games, 11 games, it's like, all right, this is getting a little stale, but it's just getting better and better again.
Final Fantasy would like to talk to you.
You're going to tell me? No, because after Final Fantasy X, guess what? It sucked. It got stale
Yeah.
for 4 games.
I think they focused too much on that online bullshit.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Well, then 15 came out.
15's pretty good, but it's still not great.
Well, it's because it doesn't play like
Yeah.
the
Good,
not
originals.
great.
Mortal Kombat 11 is great.
Yeah, it's
Great. All right.
True.
Let's move on to nerd news. TJ, you got some news for us.
So yeah, this is a company I talk about a lot. Roosterteeth. They made Red vs. Blue. They currently make. Actually, they still make Red vs. Blue. They're on like season 16 or some
Jesus.
shit.
They make it really difficult for hens to enjoy cunnilingus.
That's true.
Yes. They make Ruby. They just.
So stupid. but I'm so sorry.
They just did Genlock with Michael B. Jordan.
Who's
and, David Tennant also did a voice on Genlock as well. So apparently they've been cutting corners with employees lately, with Glassdoor reviews coming up as of late,
Oh, really?
where the people are being promised full-time employment for contract people. They're being promised full-time employment. They're getting promised, extra benefits, or they're working a lot of overtime for no money whatsoever.
Wow.
Getting these promises and not getting delivered them, which I had noticed months prior because there was a lot of contract work on their career site.
Yeah. That's never a good sign.
No, it's never a good sign. And they're also being exposed for being heavily involved with crunch time, which is a terrible thing right now in any
development.
any technology company has.
Whether it's software development, games, movies, animation, like.
Yeah, it's a technology thing because it's a deadlines that are promised.
Well, I didn't know
to
that they were
customers.
based in Austin.
Yeah, they're based in
Now
Austin,
I'm looking
Texas.
up their Glassdoor.
So yeah, they had a bunch of workers that used to be there, contract workers as well, just kind of be like, hey, this is bullshit and this is bad. And it's mostly with their animation department because it's gotten so big because they have so many things going on at the same time. And the guy who used to run the animation department, Gray Haddock, he also is the head writer and creative lead for Genlock as well, on top of being the head of the entire animation department as well. He has stepped down from his position, saying that he's not running it effectively.
Clearly.
And that Rooster Teeth will be looking at their employments and what they're doing wrong and try to correct it as much as possible. And they're part of a larger company. So they will be asking them to come in and be like, hey, we're looking to hire a new person to head the departments and stuff. One of the major complaints also was management. Was that the people in management roles weren't management material.
Yeah.
They were hired there because they had a lot of experience in their career field, but had never had any manager material or experience. So that usually is a bad sign to begin with.
I'm looking at their Glassdoor page, and it is really bad.
Yeah.
There's a lot of most of the reviews of the company are 1 and 2 stars.
That's not good.
And a lot of them, like, these are not made up things. These are like
they're
real,
very
like,
specific.
these are like essays.
Yeah.
These are, no one would sit down and write this if it wasn't real.
This
And
company
they all,
does
and
have
like,
a
no one
nice.
would make that shit up.
Well, because it does have a nice facade. Like the company has a nice facade where they're like, we have a ton of. You can take days off whenever.
They said
and
that
stuff
they
like
do
that.
have catering on Mondays.
Yes,
Oh, that's
they
good.
do.
That makes
So,
up for
I
being
mean,
whipped at work.
I was like, that's not
Yeah.
bad.
I mean, they try to have a squeaky clean
image.
facade.
Of course.
Because they do have a younger audience as well. They try to be very upfront with what's going on in the company. But it looks like they ran into the issue of they expanded too large because they used to be, when they first started, there was 5 people in the company. There is now over 400 people in the company.
Oh, I didn't know they were
Yes,
that large.
they are huge.
that seems to
and
happen.
it's mostly
Wow.
the animation department.
Yeah, that
Which
seems
is-
to
That's what a
happen
lot of
with
the ones I was
companies
even.
like this.
I know you said it before, but when I was looking at them, they did say like this is specifically my department, the animation department.
And that's the biggest
art
one
department, blah,
because
blah, blah.
they have a lot of projects that are going on right now that end up in crunch mode where
It seems to
and also
happen
the
with a lot of
problem
companies
is-
like this, though. Like game trailers was kind of
Yeah.
similar too, where like they explode and they hire so many people and just end up
who's
like
the anime like subscription
Crunchyroll?
Apparently they've had they got blasted
Yeah.
as well.
Well, they got bought out by Verve.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
And I guess it's a combination of they both got kind of railed too with
Yeah,
crunch time, which is a big problem that's coming up and that people are trying to unionize so this doesn't happen.
Yep.
But also the problem was the guy who created the animation department, Mani Ohm. He created Ruby and created the entire department from scratch. He was a very I'm going to work until it's done, and very, I'll spend 30 hours, like
And he just ended up
20 hours.
expecting that from everybody.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he passed away a few years ago.
Oh.
Yeah. It
But
was
that does to you.
It was an unrelated. He had
Yeah.
surgery, and I think like the anesthetic didn't work well, and he unfortunately passed away. He was only like 20 something.
Jesus.
Jesus.
It was unfortunate, but he also had that kind of attitude of like, I want to work because I love this so much.
Yeah.
And I think it instilled.
Well, people who are passionate like that
Yeah.
about it are not only like they have that sort of attitude, but they're also really good at inspiring others around them.
Unfortunately, it seems like this instilled in the entire department, which with say 200 people, you can't have that. And
a
also when you
lot.
only hire a ton of contract people and promise full time and then don't deliver. You're not going to get people on your side. And
Yeah.
I'm usually on Roosterteeth's side with a lot of stuff. They're usually very apologetic with things.
I'm not.
And
They're all roosters are always pecking and they hurt, and they do have teeth.
they do. Do they?
Yes,
Oh. I know they have claws. You got to
I
watch out
believe
for those.
so. Actually, they might. I know ducks have teeth.
So yeah, I'm usually on their side, but for this one, crunch time is incredibly
Yeah.
terrible in our community right now.
Yeah,
It's bad for everybody because the product suffers because of it. The people suffer because of it. Your company suffers. Nobody wins in this situation. Now,
Yeah.
there's always people that can do it. Like Masahiro Sakurai almost died when he was making Smash Brothers
Japan
Melee.
has a real big issue with this
Yeah.
because it's
well,
instilled
because
in
they
their
like all
culture.
do die.
Masahiro Sakurai would work for like 48 hours straight, and then he would go home and sleep for 4 hours, and then come back and work for another 48 hours.
And
he was
Monty.
hospitalized.
Yeah, that was
Like-
Manion, the head of the guy who created all this
Yeah.
stuff. He would sleep in the office.
Yeah, like
And when he was out doing stuff, he would complain that he wasn't working. Mm-hmm. And I think he instilled that
That's
in
like
the company.
an
and-
actual psychological
it is.
issue.
Yeah. It's dangerous because again, like everything
It's like
suffers.
that's
for
like
it.
a sickness.
So I hopefully Rooster Teeth brings in people that can actually manage.
Yeah.
And they're usually good with this kind of stuff, but I'm also worried.
Employee
what
morale
happens.
goes a long way.
Hopefully they cut down how many contract workers they're also grabbing as
yeah,
well.
that's
'cause-
never a good thing.
Yeah. That
Well,
was bad when
contract
I first
workers,
saw
you don't
that.
have to pay health insurance. So
Yeah.
while you're paying them the same
Exactly.
salary, maybe even a little bit more, it saves you money in the long run.
Exactly.
So, all right. I want to end the show with a little bit of Geek On, Geek Off because you may not know this, but today, June 14th, no, June 19th.
Nice.
June 19th is our 4-year anniversary of the launch of the podcast. Our first episode of the podcast came out 4 years ago today.
Shit.
I wasn't on that one.
You weren't on that one.
I was on like the next one.
You were on episode 2.
We're
Yep.
using mostly the same equipment we did back then.
We actually
my
are.
first
but we
Mike.
did
Yeah.
spend good money. when
We did. We
first
did it on
started.
purpose. I mean, we knew what we were doing, so we spent good money. The only thing that's different, actually, is we got some new cables.
Wait, you
and,
got a new mic.
I
You
got a new mic.
Yeah.
Though,
You invested
other than
more.
that, nothing else is different.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, like the content and the way we do the podcast.
Well, we're
is
also
different, 'cause
we're in
that
a
was
different
sad.
we're
Yeah.
in a different room than
Yep.
when we started.
So
We
got
have
a
an air
table.
air conditioning.
yeah, we have air conditioning now, which is great.
Remember that first
Oh
summer?
my
That was
God,
that was
That was
that was
terrible.
rough.
So
I
I
was sticky.
Ew, we would just be in there and we have to turn the fan off and we would just sit there and all sweat and try to be funny, but we're all sweating and gross.
So I-
so rigid. Too.
I listened to
the
episode 1
room was
today.
so
Oh,
small.
why?
Boy, were we awkward.
I wish you did episode 2. I don't know any of this.
We were talking very quietly.
Yep.
I don't know if that was a product of where we were. We were like, you could tell that we were a little bit uncomfortable still.
Yeah, I
There
think
are a lot
that
of
was a lot
nerves.
of it.
Yeah, we were nervous. We were like talking quietly, and like we were like fucking like WHUD like Delilah in the morning.
Oh, fuck.
no.
It starts
Delilah.
off with CJ being like, "Welcome to episode 1 of the general." It's so like
no.
And you're like, is he touching his penis
he
right
probably
now?
was. Obviously, we've heard good
he
reviews
was
about
scooping
episode
that
2.
puss.
Yeah, people said episode 2 was where we figured it out, and I think
Because-
that's a pretty good
I think that sounds like
because you were there.
because yeah.
I think that's a pretty good thing to figure it out after one episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rather than like, 4 years later, we finally figured it out.
Yeah, we got there.
So I came up with some episode 1 trivia.
Oh no.
Yay! I think I listened to this episode.
You probably didn't.
I didn't.
This is one of like the 6 episodes I've listened to.
Yep. See, you would be really good at this if you
I
actually
think there's
supported
only like
your
one
own.
or 2 episodes I've actually listened to, and then like the rest have only been when I edit them.
Yep. So this is gonna be time for you to remember what the fuck you said.
4 years ago. Holy shit! I'm a totally different person now.
I'm ready.
All right. Here's your pen.
Oh no.
I have 9 questions.
Oh, why am I an asshole?
So
To write down. Am I being quizzed?
yeah, you are.
I want to play. Okay.
So number 1.
Dom's playing too.
Yeah. What was the name of episode 1?
Fuck.
What's the options?
There's no options.
This
You
isn't
said a
multiple
fucking
choice?
No,
No,
it is
the
not.
the option is you write the answer down.
Oh,
Oh, I thought it was going to be multiple choice.
Why would it be multiple choice?
Because that's way more like that's easier. It gives us this gives
Have
us
you
a
played
chance.
any of these games? They don't make it easy for me.
No, I haven't played any of these
I've only
games.
won one.
You know what, TJ? Like 7 out of these 9 questions are about you, so
Oh,
this is really
no.
easy for you.
One.
You'd think.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
I got it.
Number 2. What was the first thing TJ talked about in the entire podcast?
Oh God, I know
4
this.
years ago?
I know this.
Okay. You
Hold
done?
on, I'm not done it yet.
Oh, that's a long one.
She's getting it wrong when she could have had this answer right.
I put 2 options actually.
Okay. Number 3. Okay, just as a background, our first episode we talked about E3 2015. That was
Oh, yeah, that
half
was
the
around-
episode. It was E3 week, so that was a
Yeah.
good time to launch. What was TJ's most anticipated game from E3 that year?
Oh no. 4 years ago?
4 years ago, 2015.
What's it?
TJ's most anticipated game.
Yep.
That means it's an Xbox game or a PC game. What do you play?
It was
At
Xbox
that time,
at
it
the
would've
time.
been
I
Xbox?
didn't have a PC then. Shit, I didn't have a PC then.
Were we living together yet? Yes, right?
Yes.
4 years ago?
I gotta think about
Yes.
where was
Wow.
I in my life?
In the gutter.
Well, if I
So
was living with
nothing's
you, yeah,
changed.
pretty much.
Well, you were in that Mayo Pack one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just go with
Next to
the
those
same
birds.
answer.
Yep. Okay. What was my most anticipated game of E3 that year?
4 years ago.
Okay.
Neither of you are going to get this.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I have a solid shot.
I think you
know
don't.
If it was.
I didn't even remember this. When I heard it, I was like, really?
Did
really,
you actually
me?
play the game?
I did actually play
Oh,
the game.
you actually bought the game?
Bought?
Did you play the
No.
whole?
Oh, you actually
Oh,
played
we
the
don't
game.
own it.
No.
Oh,
Number 5.
fuck.
What was CJ's most anticipated game that
Oh,
year?
fuck.
And I will tell you.
Is it a mobile game?
No. But I can tell you 100% he has not played this.
Oh.
But we also
I
knew
know what it
then he was not going
I
to
know
play
what it is. Is it a PC game?
Yes, because he only plays on PC, so it makes sense.
He only has. The last one he bought was the Wii U,
Yeah.
I think. And he never plays that shit, because that shit sucked.
Okay. Number 6. Whose E3 conference was I most unimpressed with that year?
The whole one?
I'm going to give this a shot in the dark, because...
I'm gonna guess. Did Sony do one?
They did do
Sony
one.
does do
Oh, suck my ass! I
We're
knew
not that
it.
wrong
They don't-
for this
yeah,
year,
they
'cause
don't-
didn't do
not
it
anymore.
this year.
Wait. What are my options? Give me 3 options.
Okay, 3 options are Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo.
I'm gonna say
EA does it, Ubisoft,
no. I just wanted
Bethesda.
one of
Bethesda
those
probably
was the
didn't do
right
that
answer, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Fuck.
Number 7.
Fucking idiot.
What was the segment we created that was abandoned very quickly?
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Oh, no. Oh, crap.
Oh. I remember.
So yeah, good. Write it down.
I don't. Fuck.
Oh,
Well, if you don't remember,
I know this.
then you're not getting the next one.
Oh, no. Oh, that's not good.
Number 8. What was our first topic for that segment?
Oh, I don't fucking know. Okay.
I think
Okay, definitely got that one wrong, but fuck it.
Yep. And number 9,
Oh, fuck.
what was the catchphrase from that episode?
Oh, shit.
So the reason that I specifically said that a lot of these were related to you is because the name of the episode was something you said. The catchphrase was something different that you also said.
That doesn't happen often. How'd I conquer the first episode? Then it went downhill from there. Fuck. I don't remember any of these. This is 4 years in
4 years
gaming
ago.
is
Like-
ridiculous.
Like I told you,
Okay.
you're gonna get 0 on this.
Oh, yeah. No,
All right.
I'm getting
I'm
dead
ready.
zero.
So,
do you want to hear our answers before you give us the answer?
yes.
Okay.
What was the name of episode 1, TJ?
It was First Come.
Nope.
Damn it.
Welcome to Night Vale.
No. It was fantastically cited.
Oh.
Because we asked if everyone was excited, and TJ goes, I'm fantastically excited.
God damn it.
That's not funny.
I got that wrong.
That's why it's funny, because it was not good.
That's not good. All right.
Wow, what a dick.
What? It's not funny. We guys do way more funnier ones
Well,
now.
we do, yeah.
That was 4 years, our first episode.
That's what I'm saying. You've improved a lot.
Oh my
Jeez,
God,
calm
you're
your
awful.
titties.
Number 2. What was the first thing TJ talked about on the entire podcast?
Rainbow Six Siege.
No.
Damn it.
Warframe or Jessica Negri's boobs.
It was Warframe.
Suck it, TJ.
I told you were going to get 1 point.
I should have guessed.
All right.
When I saw that,
What
I was
was
like,
it on Warframe?
Warframe was coming out, I think.
Okay, give me the next
no,
one.
not with 4
Oh,
years.
you were telling us what Warframe was. That was your first What Are You Playing?
Wow, that's the
Oh,
first
that was the
time
first
you explained
one.
what Warframe was,
The first
and then you had
episode.
to keep explaining
But it's just
it
funny
18
because, like,
other times. Like you guys talk
Warframe-
shit.
Updates.
Warframe is The Sims.
Yeah,
Exactly. I'm
Warframe's
gonna
The
say
Sims
you
for
guys
me.
talk shit on how much every time I'm gonna come on the podcast, you're like, you can't talk about The Sims, Lauren. And then every time he's up
I
here,
cut down.
every fucking
he
week,
did.
he's like, guys, guess what I did on Warframe this week?
He's probably only
Oh,
talked
my
about
dick,
over the
it's
past
so
4
hard for
years, I would say less than
Warframe.
10 times you've had Warframe.
Yep.
This
And
is-
it's only been
this
big
is-
updates that have
Yeah.
destroyed Twitch.
Through 184 episodes, it's probably been less than 10 Warframe.
I doubt that.
Percentage-wise, that's not
All right,
terrible.
what's the
Okay.
next question?
Number 3, what was TJ's most anticipated game from E3 that year?
I want to say The Division?
No.
Was it Warframe?
No.
It was not.
Fallout 4.
Oh,
fuck,
wow.
That was 4 years ago?
That was
That was
4
only-
years ago.
That was only 4 years
Yeah, I
ago?
feel like that was
Doesn't it seem
longer.
longer?
It was like 7.
Nope. Fallout 4 was
Damn.
4 years ago.
All right.
What was my most anticipated game that year?
Mario Maker?
No, I
Damn
did
it.
mention Mario Maker, and I was like, I was like, at first I was but now that I've seen the gameplay, I really love it. And CJ was like, I don't like this game.
What an
So
idiot.
mark that down. CJ fucking hated Mario
CJ.
Maker.
I said Kirby.
Sucks.
No, it was Star Fox Zero.
What?
Exactly.
I think I remember
Never would
maybe
have guessed
playing
that.
that at PAX.
I played it at Greg's, and I was like, this is
Nope.
fine. We played a little bit of it. I was like, it's kind of making me sick, and I never bought the game. That was my most anticipated game.
Oh,
more
I
than
totally
Mario
know
Maker.
the next one though.
What was CJ's?
Windows 10.
I got it. I got this.
What?
Was it No Man's Sky?
It was fucking No Man's Sky.
No Man's
Oh,
Sky?
suck it, suck it,
I don't
suck
think
it.
he's
I
ever played No
remember.
Man's Sky.
I'm
Exactly. I told you he hasn't played it.
How hard is your dick right now for my brain?
Like it's like 2 inches instead of 1.
You're so mean to me. Why don't you
Windows-
love me?
Windows 10 I put down because every time you play 3DS, it like if you grab like a Mii from someone else, it says what their most played game is, and
Yeah.
it's usually settings. So that's why I put down Windows 10,
All right.
which is also probably correct.
Are you looking at Google Docs and cheating?
No, my Aunt Lori texted me.
So, all right, whose E3 conference was I most unimpressed with?
Well, I got it wrong, and I put EA.
I said Microsoft.
It was Nintendo's.
Nintendo's.
Oh, right.
Nintendo was my loser that year.
Shit.
Because-
because
Were you like so wrong?
because
because
Mario Maker.
they came out with
Mario
Mario
Maker
Maker,
came out.
but that was it. It was Mario Maker and Star Fox Zero. And Yoshi's
It was-
Woolly World was shown that year too,
Yeah.
and I do
Oh,
like
I
that.
I think
knew.
they
I
showed
I
a
was gonna
lot.
guess Yoshi or Kirby because I
Yeah.
couldn't remember which of those games
But-
came out was that year.
But the
I knew it was
conference that
one.
year was just not that good.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, they also just started doing more on their end.
Wait,
than-
no. Let's keep going. I know the
Okay.
next one.
What segment?
I'm really excited.
What was
to
the segment that we
school
created
TJ.
that we abandoned right away?
I put bitches, please.
I know what it was.
What?
this day in history.
Yes, it was on this day.
Suck my dick, TJ. I quit
forgot
this
we threw the
podcast
history
years
stuff
ago.
Well, we threw the segment out and kept some of that stuff for a while.
A little bit,
and then we
yeah.
dropped it.
Then we dropped it all together.
Because it was
isn't-
mostly deaths, and that was just depressing.
I'm not on this podcast anymore.
I don't remember any of this shit.
And I wasn't
yesterday.
on the first
So,
episode.
what was our first topic for on this day?
I put dildos.
It's not even a bad guess. I put because I know that CJ was the one who would always gather this fucking information.
He wasn't. It was always me.
Was it? Because I feel like it was always dumb shit. Sorry.
You are fucking.
Your shit's
You are.
No,
you
not
are
like-
not supportive.
Not
That's
like
the word
dumb
for
shit,
it.
but like really like nerdy stuff.
Well, that's also why we dropped the segment.
Was it Galileo?
No.
Okay, one time it was Galileo.
Yes, it was.
I'm pretty sure that was CJ.
That's probably the only because that's the only one I remember, and that's why I'm
don't
like,
remember that.
it was CJ. Who the fuck would want to talk about Galileo?
Our first topic was at that point. It was the 27-year anniversary. The day that we recorded was a 27-year anniversary
Of
of
The
the release of Ghostbusters 2. Which
wow,
means that
who
we
the
have,
fuck cares?
which means that we have just
Well, that was
passed
the one with the marshmarshmallow.
Yeah.
the
No.
31st
That was the first
anniversary.
Oh, fuck.
The 30th anniversary. It was June 16th, 1989.
Damn.
You said that it was the 27th anniversary 4 years ago.
So then it was the 26th anniversary. Whatever.
Not whatever. You're the one who couldn't do 27 plus 4.
So June 16th, 1989. So it's kind of interesting that we're coming back to this now where it's been 30 years since Ghostbusters 2.
Ugh.
Fuck my life.
How long has it been
old
since
as fuck.
Ghostbusters 1?
That came out in 1980. No, not 84.
No.
Couldn't have been that long
That
between the
would've
two of
been
those.
too-
TJ
movies.
doesn't know. He's never even seen a
87,
movie.
86. I don't know. But
Probably
that was.
around the time I was born.
1936.
But it was interesting
Ha.
because one of the things that we talked about was
Wait.
the new Ghostbusters movie coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was coming out, and I said that I was interested in it. I was cautious about it. I have to admit that I was, I guess, somewhat wrong. I loved the movie. I thought it was great.
I love that movie.
I thought
it's just
I
a
thought
good
the movie
time.
was going to be generic.
It's
yeah,
not a
so
good
did I.
movie, but it's a fun time.
Exactly. CJ was also very against the movie
Yeah.
because he does not like Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah.
And he
It
thought
was-
that she was going to ruin the movie.
I thought she was
However,
funny.
one of my predictions was right. Chris Hemsworth was playing the Janine character.
Yep.
That was great. Okay,
Oh, man.
let's do the last one.
The last one was, what was the catchphrase of the episode?
First serve, because
Nope.
I put first come. In the beginning.
First come, first serve. Nope.
Damn
I
it.
said, because you said that TJ said it, I said, give me that dragon dick.
Nope. It was surprisingly not that.
Or
So nothing
was
about
it
dicks.
Red Rocket, Red Rocket?
That was it. It was
Wait. Oh, I thought you were serious for a second. I was like, what the fuck?
it was new is always better.
Oh, shit.
Oh my
'Cause
god.
every
That's,
single-
that is such a TJ
Because every
catchphrase.
single thing we talked about that was somewhat old, you're like,
Can
that
you just
sucks.
give me
I
a-
hate that.
Can you give me a quiz that is just like, please name all of TJ's catchphrases? Because I could do it like that.
Oh, there's
Go
not a
for
lot
it.
of them.
Okay,
Oh,
ready?
good job.
Ready? Boo! I'm breaking in. Cheer boy. New is always better. I love Warframe.
He does say that a lot. Just everywhere we go. I love Warframe.
Oh man. Fuck you bitches.
Probably that too.
No, it's fuck you guys. You say that a lot.
Yeah,
Fuck you guys.
Fuck you guys. And I'm gonna fucking slap you.
That is fun.
I said that once to you today.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah.
Okay. There's definitely more.
There's a lot more.
TJ, that's actually one of the things I really love about being your friend is that you are a good friend who just like has so many like
'Cause I
fucking
say the same
hilarious
shit
catch.
over and over
you have
again.
straight up catchphrases and it's just great. I wish
I
had
should have been on a
catchphrases.
Friends episode.
You should have been.
Or
Yeah,
a
maybe
Seinfeld
then you would
episode.
have a friend.
Oh.
Got him.
So 4 years. That's depressing.
4 years.
Why is that depressing?
So 4 years of my
You
life.
kidding me?
Never getting back.
But now you have 4 years of like fun recorded conversations with your
Cherished
friends
murmurs.
that
Show
you'll
to your
have.
kids and be like, this is when your dad
No,
was a
don't
dumbass.
share. Actually, your kids might. Not your kids. You're not
my
having
They
kids.
don't
Yeah.
exist.
Cats don't understand English.
Our kids might find it boring one day.
But this is what everybody
Also, you
says
gotta
they're
think,
going to
like,
do.
when you'd go to show them, they'd be, what, 10, 12 years
No,
old?
you got to
Yeah.
show your kids when they're adults.
And they're going to
That's
say,
when they'll care.
they're going to say, oh, Warframe is that old? I'm still playing that shit.
Yeah!
Wait, TJ's cats are gonna say that because
Yep.
our kids aren't gonna play Warframe because
But, like-
unless we adopt TJ.
They'll be like, you played on a mouse, you played on a console. Is probably going to be their answer. Like,
Probably.
is the
Yeah.
question.
What's a console?
They're
Yeah,
gonna
what's a
be
console?
like,
what's a controller?
I have this chip implanted in my brain, so I can just play video games on my
12 years from now,
eyeballs.
that might be
Kidding me?
it.
My kids are gonna have chips implanted in their brain so I can buzz them and fucking shock them if they get out of line.
It's not funny.
I didn't say it was funny.
I'm gonna
Rednecks
get
do
one of
that
those
with
for
dog
you.
collars now.
Okay.
Me and Dom just got kinky. We're gonna get shock collars for the bedroom.
Yep.
Those hurt.
But I feel like, all right, at some point, everybody,
get a shot
when they're
collar
talking
for
with their
his
friends,
dick.
is like, we got to record this, something like that. Like, we actually did it.
Yeah.
And like, we've been
been
doing 4 years.
continuously doing it.
Yeah.
I think
And
it's
we made some
great.
good friends along the way.
Yeah. We've been
And
here for
I've
4
suggested
years.
you guys give up so many times, and no one listened to me. And here you are, 4 years later,
I mean, that's a general thing that we do.
not listen to me.
Yes.
Yep. And get told to give up by you all the time.
Maybe this isn't working out. Are you happy?
All right. So that is all for us this year. Don't forget to check us out
Wait.
on genfailcast.com.
It's only June, you idiot.
Find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at GenFailcast. Like
Tom
and subscribe to
doesn't know
us on
when
Twitch and YouTube.
Year's is.
And if you like what you've heard from us over the past 4 years, consider leaving us a review on iTunes. It will help spread the word. And reach out with any questions or topics you'd like us to discuss, and we will discuss them on air.
I will also spread you out if you leave a review.
You
Ew,
sure
what
will.
the fuck?
Everybody say bye.
Bye.